Down to 4, McGrady at the buzzer. Yeah!
Have you ever seen a game where one team collapses without actually making a mistake? If you watch this game on TV live, you know exactly where you were in that moment because it was iconic. The Rockets were playing so bad that their sold-out crowd had nearly all left the stadium.
Rockets are hearing it from the crowd now. Yes, they are.
The start of the comeback actually began on a McGrady miss as Yao Ming dunked home the miss, cutting the lead to 8. Houston ramped up the defensive pressure with a press which got a steal. This cut the lead to 6 points, which only started the chaos. Popovich called a timeout, and I actually found something that most people probably didn't see before. That's Greg Popovich freaking out because Manu Ginobili screwed the play up. Parker and Duncan are pleading their case, but Ginobili gets benched regardless. Insert Bruce Bowen instead, who is a legendary perimeter defender. The fact that Bowen got into the game makes this even more special. The Spurs hit both free throws, and then you get Bruce Bowen checking Tmac full court while still up 8 points. 30 seconds left, they get a switch onto Malik Rose, and Tmac rises up and just barely shoots over the outstretched hand. For this comeback to actually happen, you'd think that the Spurs would need to miss free throws at some point, but once again, Devin Brown knocks back-to-back shots down. Now check out how Bruce Bowen defends the screen almost perfectly as he fights over the top, sticking with Tmac, which forced Bowen to come down a little bit more. Tmac crosses over and rubs his left shoulder against Yao, and the switch is now successful. Another thing to note is watch Yao Ming on the secondary screen as he kind of rolls and pushes Bowen out of the way, and Tmac does the rest by getting Duncan to get his arms in the air and jumps as high as he possibly can.
You got like 3 feet of air that time.
Once again, the Spurs do not make a mistake. They hit both free throws and are still up by 5 with 16 left. Here's why the Spurs are so elite. Look at how Tony Parker is playing off the ball and completely watching for Tmac so he can double team so he does not touch this ball. Parker plays this perfectly, shading the inside of Tmac, but Tmac has a counter once again as he kind of shoves him out of the way to give himself a little bit of a sliver of space.
McGrady over Bowen for 3. Yes!
Notice how Tmac almost got another and one as he felt the pressure, but Bruce Bowen, being the smart defender that he is, just pulled his hands back in time, but Tmac still hit the tough shot. The Rockets have been fouling up to this point, so I love what they do here, and they elect not to foul even though the time is against them in this scenario. Since Malik Rose is anticipating that foul and he sees a double team coming, he dribbles down to the baseline and turns the ball over.
Comes McGrady, no timeouts remaining. McGrady for the win. Yes!
Even though scoring 13 points in 30 seconds was amazing, this video over here is even better.